So mate, different sort of video this time.
That's it, mate. Aerials. Bit of a comparison.
Yep, so we have a couple of different antennas here. We've got GME, which we're running currently, and we've got the new RFI gear we're going to install.
That's it. This one's a 3 dBi, and this one's a 5 dBi.
Yep, currently you're running the 2.1 from GME, and I'm running the 6.6. So we're going to see if there's a difference in the setup. So these RFI units are tuned to perfection, basically, from the research we've done.
Exactly.
All the emergency services and things like that use them too, so that's saying something. They must be good.
Definitely.
So we'll do a couple of comparisons as well, and we'll see if there's a difference between the antennas.
That's it, mate. You can run the short one, I'll run the long one, then we'll swap over to both long, both short, and we'll go from there.
Can I have the long one?
Sure.
Thanks. Alright, I've got the long, you've got the short. Just now it's the same as what we are. And then, yeah, both long, both short, and let's see what they do.
That's it, mate. It even feels good quality.
It is, it's solid. Now, we're not gurus on this stuff, we're just your average Joe.
No idea.
Yeah, that's it. So we can tell you the basics on it all, but also we're going to nick down and we're going to see Grazy at G&C Communications in Cranbourne.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we hit him up and just asked if he minded if we come down and use his know-how and his knowledge to sort of explain it better than we can. So
that's it.
Yeah,
get a couple of tips and stuff.
A couple of tips. Yeah, so we'll go see him and he will be able to explain to you in black and white. We'll explain to you in a bit fuzzy grey.
Yeah, a bit of colour here and there.
So there it is. So we're down here at G&C Communications in Cranbourne with Grazy. Grazy's the expert, we're not, so we thought we'd come down here, get him to talk you through why RFI
Thanks, Dave.
are the aerials of choice. So we're going from the GME to the RFI. What the reason for that is, one of the boys that comes with us, he's always got the best range and reception out of all of us on the trips. So we sort of got looking into the RFI antennas, and then we found out that all the emergency services and whatnot use them. So then that was sort of a no-brainer for us. Yeah, as we were talking about earlier, you were saying they ship them overseas, even to the States.
No, they ship them over to the States. They're using them with all, police and fire and different commercial applications over there as well.
Yeah, all Australian made as well.
All Australian made, made in Sydney and out of Bayswater as well.
Yeah, and what's the reasons you recommend the RFI antennas?
Well, RFI antennas have always been, like, they take pride in what they do, and I'm not bagging other brands, but look, I've been selling RFI antennas for commercially and for UHF for 30 years.
Yep.
They're all well made. All their antennas are instead of soldered pieces of coax inside, they're actually made with a flexible circuit board, so you don't get any mistakes in any errors in antenna build.
Yeah,
so they're all tuned very well.
So the ones that are made with coax and soldered throughout the length.
Yeah, I mean, look, they're still good. I mean, they're okay. You get less breaks. You don't get breaks in solder from vibration with these things. So basically that's what's inside most of their antennas that are like this now.
Yep.
This one here is a CDQ 5000.
Yep. So that's the one we're putting on the cars. And
good.
And the 3000 as well.
Well, that's a 5 dB. We sell them in the dual packs.
Yep.
Which comes with a little flexible antenna like that.
Yep.
Which is good. It's got a fatter radiation pattern as well for up and around the hills and that.
So basically the way I like to sort of think of that is it kind of works like spotlights, So if you're going, the higher the dB, it's more like a spot globe where it's narrow and shoots out further.
Correct.
You run the lower dB, you get a bigger balloon.
Not so far out, but you get a bigger radiation pattern, so it gets in and around the hills and that type of thing a bit better,
Yeah. So say around the high country, something around the 3000 mark, that'd be spot on for there, or would you want to be higher?
Around the 3 dB?
Yep. And then if you're out touring, where would you be looking?
Oh, probably definitely that one. I mean, look, these still work very good up in the hills too.
Yep.
But it's always good to have that. We sell them in the pack, like I said, and you can always keep that one in your glove box.
Yeah, true.
It's nice and easy.
Yep.
If something happens to happen to your antenna, you can just unscrew what's left of it off and put that little one on.
Yeah. What about this big sucker? What's there here?
Well, that's a 6 dB.
Yep.
I think they called about an 8 dB or something, but anyway, I wouldn't use one of those up in the bush. All you're going to do is belt trees with it and break it. So, yeah, but look, if you wanted a big antenna on a bull bar and you're heading mainly out in the flat,
out doing some desert
for long
yep.
distance,
Yep.
Yeah, great,
Perfect.
Yeah. But not practical up in the hills.
Yeah, definitely not.
No.
Now, I guess with mounting these as well, the reason I think we may be losing a little bit on our antennas we've got on the cars at the moment because they're mounted down low on the bull bar.
Okay. Yeah.
So height's your friend, yeah?
Yeah, pretty much on top of the bull bar.
Yep.
So you don't want them going mounting on the flat section of the bull bar there, where you've got all your main part of your bull bar and your grill and everything close to it. It will throw the antenna out of tune.
Yep.
If your antenna's out of tune, you're going to get reflected power back in the radio. It will take the power output of your radio.
Yeah,
so that cost you money.
We're definitely suffering there, but we don't really have too much of a choice because of the way the bull bars are in our cars with the Rhino bar. They're just the low hoop.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, so maybe if we could move it up to the bonnet height, sort of bracket off the
you want it mounted up there if you can.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, and then if you can put them on the roof, even better again.
Well, yeah, but you know, it's look. Where you lose or gain, I mean, you put an antenna on a roof, you're probably going to knock it off on the trees. So, you know, it's a little bit of give and take, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, Dave, if you can actually have, if you've got 2 antennas on the vehicle, phone, UHF,
yeah,
or
a lot
2
of people
UHFs,
do that too, hey, or the radio as well, some people run.
Then if you can keep one definitely on one side of the bull bar and one on the other side of the bull bar, that's going to work even better.
Because then that's obviously, if you've got them close together, it's going to be the same as having them blocked out by the car.
Exactly, that's right.
So RFI as well, they also make mobile antennas and sulfide goes.
For phone antennas?
Yeah.
They make phone antennas for sure. They've got a product that we buy through RFI as well called Sulfide Go, which is Telstra. You can get for Optus as well, but Telstra's the main box. It's this amplifier here. So this is a CDQ 7195. So that's a matching antenna to the CDQ 5000 UHF CB antenna. So you can have one either side of your bull bar.
There you go.
And that high gain antenna there comes into the amplifier, and then inside your vehicle there's a little strip antenna there which it amplifies the signal coming in out of that antenna. And some of the guys, I haven't actually tried it yet.
Yeah.
I'm getting there. But I've got one in the van. But some of our customers said they can be 5 metres away from the car, sitting around the fire, and they've still got Wi-Fi for their iPads and things like that. So yeah.
So basically, the way these work, you need to have reception there in the first place, and then this amplifies it. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
But I will say, I'm impressed. I put one in my van.
Yep.
We were actually at Harriettville going up to dinner plane up at Hotham there a few months ago. And we're actually, from Harriettville, we're actually going up the Windies, up towards Dinner Plain.
Yep.
No signal. Come up, no service. I said to Amy, we should actually try this thing out since we put it in the van.
Yep.
Pulled over, I screwed the antenna on.
Turned it on.
Turned the Sulfide Go amplifier on.
Yep.
Within about 30 seconds, we went from no service to full bars.
That's crazy.
And we had full bars all the way to Omeo and down to Bairnsdale.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, they do work pretty good.
That's not bad for somewhere around the $1,000 mark, and you've got that safety, and you've got the ability to, so 4G as well as just phone reception? Yep, so there you go, you can use your maps and all that sort of thing as well.
And it works good, like a lot of the guys, do a four-wheel drive and up in the hills, like, once you get up in the valleys and stuff like that. You obviously only need, as we found out, a pump of a signal.
Then it gets amplified.
And then you've got full bars.
Well, that's a lot bigger antenna as well than what's in your phone, so that's obviously going to find the reception better than your little one in your phone is too. So
exactly.
Might be worth the investment.
They're a good deal.
Yep, definitely. Down here at G&C, you're not just sales, you guys actually do the install as well, don't you? You've got the workshop out the back?
Yeah. We do repairs as well on radios and things, and we've got the workshop out the back here, a couple 100 square metres of workshop that we work on trucks and all sorts of vehicles.
Yep. So and you've been around Cranbourne for years, haven't you? You used to be in the main street.
We did, and I used to be... used to run the business from home too before that for 12 years. So we've been around for 31 years.
Yep.
And I've been playing with radio for about 51 years now.
Yeah, right. So you know your stuff.
So yeah, I know it a little bit. Yeah.
All right. So for up the bush, corrugated roads, definitely recommend the RFI. Just the way they make their antennas.
Yeah, well, they're built like I showed you earlier with the printed circuit board, flexible printed circuit board. So it's very unlikely that that's going to break. They're very durable. they're not quite as high in their build.
Yep.
Do find, GME antennas are good too, but with the AE4705, sometimes it's just a little bit long and people hitting it on their, when they're going into the garage or something. Yep. So the RFI one's good for that too.
Yeah, perfect.
It's just not quite as high.
Yeah, and I guess too with other brands that are out there as well, just because the antenna is 50mm thick, say, doesn't mean there's 50mm thick of actually product inside. It could just be casing.
It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to work better.
Yeah, so what you're saying is size doesn't matter.
Size doesn't matter.
Okay, thanks for all that insider info, all the tech stuff that we aren't quite aware of, just we're a bit more simple. But yeah, it's appreciated now. Now we've got a bit more of an understanding, and I hope you do too.
No, thanks, Dave.
Appreciate your time, mate.
Any time, mate.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, once again, any questions, any product information you're after, give these guys a call. We'll put the shop info and links to it down below. We'll also throw them in the notes for the video. Get onto them. They'll help you out and point you in the right direction.
Yeah, no, sure thing. After 31 years, that's what we're here for.
Perfect, mate. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
So how we're also going to run it, we're going to set the odometer to 0. I'll pull forward here in the driveway. You head off down the road.
Yep.
Shout out every 100 metres.
Yep. And then basically, yeah, once we get to where we can't pick each other up,
turn around,
come back.
Yep.
And then we'll swap these over.
Yeah, and that's it. And maybe we're only going to get 400 metres from here, but that's not to say that any of these antennas are bad, because it's all terrain dependent, weather dependent and whatnot. So that's why we're doing it here as a baseline, same day, because there is times where moisture in the air and wet trees and all that sort of stuff can all play a role in.
Yeah, and obviously, your terrain, whether you're in, the desert or you're in the big high country.
Yeah, that's it.
All the hills.
Where I am here, it's sort of a bit undulating. There is some hills up the road here, so it may drop out
sooner rather than later, or it might keep going. Yeah, so
we'll play it by ear and see how we go.
Rightio, let's pull your car forward, mate.
Yeah, you head off.
That way we don't have any...
no interference with the roof.
Yep.
You put it on, so it's probably a good one. Let's do it. First run, see how far we get. Got a copy, mate?
Yeah, mate, sure do.
Alright, let's test out this GME one.
Sounds good. Wonder how far we'll get on this one.
Yeah, well, we can only guess. We'll find out.
Sounds good. I'll reset my odometer to 0 and go from there.
Champion, mate. Got a copy, Mick?
Got a copy, mate. Just at 200 metres away.
Loud and clear, mate.
400 at 700 metres. 1 kilometre.
Yeah, it's getting fairly crackly.
All right, mate. I'm at 1.3 kilometres.
Yep, no worries. It's not as clear as when you're closer, so we're losing a little bit.
I'm at 1.7 kilometres.
Yeah, still got you, but yeah, get something.
Yeah, that's about as far as you're getting with hearing you being able to understand it. So I was at 1.8. Yeah, that's it. There we go. Yeah, so I'm going to call that pretty well done. 1.8. Any further than that, I'm not really hearing him or able to understand. So there's our baseline, 1.8.
Not too bad. We'll swap these RFI ones over and see how far we get with them.
Get all these tyres off, mate. Never have too many of them. It stops the cables rubbing. Handy little tip, when you're pulling stuff through your firewall, have a draw wire in there. So when you first do it, always keep a draw wire, so the next time I've got to pull something through, there's already one sitting there. Makes it real easy. Just pull through on that, tape another one with it, still got one for the next time. The best part about this is to mix the one doing driving so I can have a beer and work.
Lucky you, mate.
Cheers, Mick.
Cheers, bud.
On off, we'll get the RFI on now. The RFI cable's a lot more rigid too. It's a bit flexy with the GME stuff.
Well, mate, out with the old, in with the new. Gotta be happy with that.
Look at that. Running out of daylight, so these, I've just got to finish mine. I've got to just change up my bracket because the stalk on the actual thread isn't quite as long as the one on the GME, so it's not going to work with this bracket. So I'll change that up, then I'll get mine in. So yeah, we're losing daylight, so we're going to be probably filming this last little bit in the dark. We'll see how we go. All right, mate, RFI antennas are on.
Hooked him up, mate.
We made it before it got dark, so
yeah.
we'll get...
Looking spick.
Yeah, we're getting a bit worried there that we're going to be filming all this in dark, but I think we're going to be okay.
Just.
All right, well, I guess you head off again.
Yep.
Let's see if we can get a better result than we did on the GME.
See what happens, eh?
All right, mate, let's do it.
Rightio, so I've just reset the odometer, zeroed it out. Let's head off and see how far we get.
Got a copy, Mick?
I do.
Loud and clear. Call me out every 100 again, eh?
Yep, sounds good. I'm on the move. 100.
No worries, still got you, loud and clear.
400.
Crystal.
5.
What's next?
6.
This is a good little counting game for the kids, mate.
900.
Yeah, it's starting to crackle now. You must be heading down the back of that hill.
Yeah, mate, just heading up to the roundabout. Through the roundabout and up the hill, 1.3.
There we go, you're coming back to being clear again.
1.6.
Not bad, still going.
1.8.
Gotcha.
2. Okay.
Mate, you'll be bloody in Northern Territory soon. Outrun this COVID.
2.2, it's a little bit crackly.
Yeah, very cracked now.
Alright, I'll 2.3, I'll turn around soon. Yeah, I just got you, but I'm at 2.5k. 2.7. You got a copy, Dave? 2.8. Well, that's not too bad. We got to around about 2.5 kilometers from where Dave's located. Not too bad. So we'll go back, we'll swap the aerials, and yeah, try again.
Not bad, mate. Good range.
Not too bad. 2.5k-ish?
Yeah, that's it. Pretty much lost you there.
Yeah. So we'll swap the aerials over and we'll give it another test. Short aerials on both cars. Reset the odometer. And we'll go again.
Starting to get a bit darker now, losing the light, so run the M-cab light for us. Alright, let's go again, Mick.
Do it, mate.
What are your predictions? I'm reckoning... I think we might get almost as far with the terrain the way it is here.
Yeah, well, I reckon we might get a bit further because that hill. So I pretty much go down a hill and then back up a hill. So it's going to be a tough one. 100.
Clear as day.
300. 400. 500.
Yeah, it's crackling a little bit there.
Up the top of the hill now. I'm at 800. 1 kilometre.
Yep, alright. It's crackling up. We'll see what happens when you start heading back uphill.
Heading up the hill at 1.3 kilometres.
Yep, still got you, mate.
1.4.
Yep, clearing back up now. We're heading up the hill.
Yeah, heading up the hill, mate. 1.5 kilometres.
1.8 kilometres.
Yep.
1.9. I'm at the top of the hill. 2 kilometres.
Yep, that's getting touchy there. Yeah, I'm struggling here there, mate. There we go, 2Ks. So the 5 is definitely better in the area I'm in here. Wonder what's going to happen when we change them up and go the long short. That one's going to be interesting. I wonder if having that combo is going to help. One left, mate.
One more run.
The long short.
Long short.
Yeah.
So
There is a difference between the two.
there is, yeah. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how in the high country, whether it's
Yeah, so-
down in the gully and up on a a hill.
Yeah, so those ones we're not really going to know what's better until we have a bit of a play around.
Yeah.
But so far, yeah, we're getting better range with the 5 dB than the 3. 3 wasn't bad. It was pretty crystal clear. There's only that one little spot down the drop of the hill near that
Down
roundabout
in
there.
the valley there, yeah.
Yeah, but then pick straight back up. So, all right, let's do this
Good
one.
comparison.
See how we go.
Rightio.
Rightio, mate. Last test.
Let's see how we go. See what the difference is. I reckon it's probably going to get about the same as the 2 longs. I reckon if we're getting 2 with the short, 2.5 with the long, we're either going to get in the middle or we're going to get about the same as the 2 longs because it will sort of make up for each one's losses.
Yeah, I agree with you there, mate. 200. 400. 500.
It's always about that 500 mark that gets a little bit of crackle.
Yeah, there is tail lines that are going over the top. Whether that makes a difference at all. So I'm at 700 metres. 900.
Yep, pretty crackly there.
Yeah, I'm at 1.5 kilometres.
Yep.
1.6.
Yep, still gotcha.
I'm at 2 kilometres.
Yeah, it's definitely got some crackle, so not crystal, but still got ya. Got a copy, Mick? Yeah, I think that's pretty much it, mate. There you go. That was just a bit over 2Ks as well. So, 5's definitely the best here. It's probably the best all-rounder then. We'll have to try the 3s in the hills. That's the best way we're going to know about them. But as for out here, and for probably the average driving, definitely the 5s is the go by the look of this.
So we'll head back and we'll wrap it up.
All right, mate. Results are in.
That's it, mate.
I think we've made the right choice.
Definitely. Pretty close test.
Very close test. We were at 1800 with the GME setup we were both running.
That's it.
When we both ran the 2 longs.
There, that was about 2.5K.
Yeah, so that's the 5 dBi.
And this is 3.
That's the 3. So then when we changed it up to run the 2 3s, we were at 2Ks.
2 kilometres, yep.
Yeah, and then when we did the combo,
What was that? About
2.3,
2.3.
wasn't it?
Yeah, so pretty much lost you after that.
yep. So there is a difference. The real difference of in the bush, we're not going to know until we get out and have a bit of a play out there.
Exactly right, yeah.
So yeah, it's all obviously it's different terrain dependent. So
Not a bad test though,
Yeah.
just to find out.
yeah, it's a good baseline. But the main thing we wanted to see is actually, was it worth us doing the upgrade going from the GME to the RFI?
Yeah. And like you said before, the emergency services all use RFI, so
That's right, that's right. You don't really hear a bad way spoken. The way they're made with the flexible printed circuit board,
Yeah.
not the coax, not that sort of thing. Just there's a few components on these. It's just a bit of a standout for us, and that's why we've sort of gone that way and changed it up.
yeah, for sure. I'm definitely happy about it.
Yeah, happy with that. If you want to see a bit more results down the track, keep in touch. Check in with us once we've done a couple of trips, because we'll have a bit of a play around while we're out there.
Yeah, in real life, like high country tests, ridge lines, and down in valleys as well. So we can always do another test down the track.
Yeah, that's it. And then that Sulphite Go, we might even have a look at that, because that's a pretty cool thing. Phone reception, like in a lot of spots.
Wherever.
So, yeah,
Pretty much.
let's see how that one goes. We'll think about it, see what the bank funds allow for that
Tax
one.
time, mate. It's
Tax
tax time.
deductions, yeah, we might be able to go buy one of them as well.
Exactly right. So,
But I hope this helps you if you're in the market for looking for an antenna.
or even an upgrade.
Yeah, an upgrade as well. There's nothing wrong with changing it up if there's something that's going to do the job better.
That's it.
It's all stepping stones to have that perfect setup. If there is a perfect setup,
Well,
probably
that's
not.
it. And that's it, mate. You can change it up. Just make sure you are getting the best out of your UHF.
That's right. So, yeah, plenty of options. Look, there probably is other brands of antennas out there as well that you have used and are absolutely brilliant. For us, it was just the research we done. Then with Jace being on the convoy and always like consistently
Every
the best.
time had. Yeah. He's like, you hearing that?
No.
Nothing.
So yeah, that was for us. We're like, all right, let's see if we can sort of get the same deal he is.
Yeah,
I might have a bit of a play and see if I can get my antenna up here a bit higher.
Yeah,
So
probably wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, so yeah. I could, you've got that bracket still, I might even be able to get it up here, but if I was to do it, I'd go driver's side because mounting it back here next to snorkel is basically the same as mounting it down there near the bull bar because you've got this big stainless tube interfering, so
That's it.
driver's side if I'm to move it. If not, I'll just deal with it down there and I'll lose a couple hundred metres and see how we go.
Yeah. But that's the thing too, a lot of interference as well, like with the aerials.
That's right, yeah. In the, like Mick was saying, when we were getting those fuzzy spots as well, a lot could have been to do with the power lines he was going under. So,
Yeah. Well, that's it, mate.
Alright, hope that helps.
Thanks for watching.
And if you've got any questions, comments, or anything you need some feedback on, or you can give us feedback on, drop them below. We'll do our best to answer everything we can, and if we can't, we'll get back in touch with Gracie and get him to
He's the guru.
use his know-how and explain it for you, and we'll reply to you that way.
Absolutely, mate.
Thanks for watching.
Cheers, guys.
See you out in the bush.